I personally had the privilege of investigating the 1897 Masonic Mansion in Covington, Kentucky on November 1st, 2014. This is my documentary, my story, my evidences that I caught that night of November 1st, 2014. This is Paranormal Hot Spot. The 1897 Masonic Mansion was built during the 1860s. It was used as apartments on the top two levels and business on the lower level. In 1897, the Masons, for whatever reason, took over the building, adding the Zion Grand Lodge emblem to the front of the building. The owner actually lived in the lower apartment with his brother back in the 1970s and 80s, and the second and third floor has been vacant for over 30 years now. Some other pieces of history that was shared with us was that there was a report of a man being shot after breaking in through the front door, and there is another report of a different man who owned the tattoo parlor on the side of the mansion, was forced and fed pills by his friend, causing him to overdose and die. There is a story of another soul, an elderly man who said to have lived on the second floor front apartment where he liked to sit and stare out the window. The man is believed to have died in that apartment. A small boy can be seen from time to time as a misty figure at the bottom of the side steps to the third floor apartment. Also, the owner claims to have seen a dark shadow-like figure floating across the ceilings at night while he would try to sleep. He also claims that he was rudely awakened from his sleep one night by a hard hit to his forehead. I'm here with Gary Perry, who's the owner of the 1897 Masonic Lodge here at Covington, Kentucky. I heard there was some paranormal groups that have been in here before,
yes.
And they've caused some interesting things happening here.
That's what they tell me, yes.
Do you know anything about the history of this building? Or?
Well, let's see, me and my brother bought it actually in '63, and at one time I lived in an apartment on the first floor, and there was activity there off and on.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually seen spirit beings. I wake up at night and I hear spirit beings. And, one time though, I went for a period of time when I could hear them walking through my apartment. They'd wake me up.
Yeah. So you hear your footsteps and anything? Did you see anything or?
Well, I could actually see spirit beings a couple of times, but normally I just you would hear people walking. I couldn't see anything.
Okay.
But at times when I was still about half asleep and wake up and see images.
Really?
It wasn't like a real person. It was just like an image of a person.
Oh wow! Has anything like ever threatened you here, or has anything ever touched you, or
yes.
done you?
One time when I was living in that apartment, I had a big king size water bed, and I was sleeping one night, and something hit me right there 3 times, just pop, pop, pop.
Really?
And I raised right straight up and looked around, and there was nothing there.
Holy cow!
I said, well, I must have bumped my head somewhere, and I laid back down. Wait a minute, no, I raised right straight up. And wow. it was still sore. Something hit me pretty good, just 3 times, real quick, right there.
That's amazing. Since you've been renovating this place, and are there any like hot spots in this building itself? Any certain rooms that tend to have more activity than the others, or?
Well, I haven't noticed any activity since I used to live in an apartment years ago. Mm-hmm. But other people coming through said they've had several rooms activity. And this room in here, for one, mm-hmm. there's activity there. And underneath both staircases, little closets. I was told there's activity in them. And told them there's one of the groups that came in and said they go here and they can get an image of somebody at the top of the steps, looking over them. There's a wall there now where it didn't used to be.
Really?
And where they're hanging over the banister, and they call them for mama.
That's crazy. That's amazing. I was reading up on some of the history of my own, and I saw that some of the people that are sensitive that have come in here, they claim to pick up on more people from the wartime area, nothing that really deals with Masonic or Freemasons or anything like that.
That's been from years ago, yes.
And then the recent group that was just here, can you elaborate on some of the things that happened there? Did they share anything?
Well, I didn't talk to them directly, but from what I understand, there was something approached one of the guys, and got right up in his face and growled at him. Mm-hmm. And then he said something like a fog coming up from every one of the rooms from the floor.
Right. Okay. Yes. Well, I mentioned something like that. It was more of like a heat wave type illusion or something like that. And then
I had never seen anything like that though.
No. Okay. But since you started renovating it, you feel that the activity has kind of been picked up a little bit more. And
well, I haven't really done any renovating on the second and third floor, just the first floor. and I really wasn't very seldom up here. And just recently, I decided to start cleaning this up and letting people come through. And from what the people tell me, there's activity up here all the time.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, I appreciate you opening this building to us and letting us spend the night here and everything.
No
So
problem.
it certainly means a lot to us.
And I wish I had coffee or something, but
No.
that stuff may come later.
We brought plenty of snacks and everything. So, alrighty.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, Gary. Appreciate it. So right now we're in Covington, Kentucky, November 1st, 2014. We've been selected to investigate the 1897 Masonic Mansion in downtown Kentucky here. And some of the stories is that there's a couple suicides here. There's a story of a little boy that likes to hang out by the underneath the staircase here. And then also too, there's been reports of some negative energy here. People being hissed at and growled at, and people that really can't spend the entire night here. So we're here to find out exactly what's going on. Hopefully the spirits here are willing to communicate with us, and we have the building to ourselves tonight. It's just myself and my cousin Justin here, and we'll see what the night brings us. Let's start our investigation.
Away we go.
I should add too, earlier today I met with the owner, Gary Perry, who gave me his side of the story and some of his experiences here, from anywhere from being touched to hearing footsteps and some other things too. So we're going to try and find out what could cause his experiences here and maybe see if we can have the same ones. This is the door where supposedly this little boy hangs out at. And some sensitives came in here too. And from what I've seen and heard is a lot of energy and spirits that are stuck here are dated from before the Masons even owned this building. You know, going back to the more mid 1800s when this building was built, and even prior to that. Alright, that was weird. It seriously felt like someone was cuffing my left ankle, I kid you not.
Really?
Dude, I'm dead serious. It was so tingly, like I was standing like this, like I had my weight on my left friggin' leg, and then when I moved, it was gone. But it seriously, it felt literally like someone was just going like this, and just grabbing. But it was like all tingly. That was super weird. I kid do. That was super weird.
Yeah, I just keep getting goosebumps. Really.
I got goosebumps right now. Alright, was that you giving me a sign you were here? Did you try grabbing my ankle?
You can speak into our cameras if you would like. Even if you're, want to create a shadow, dust, smoke, some kind of manifestation is pleasant enough for us.
This is the room where Gary was saying that he had experiences in, right? When we interviewed him, he pointed right to this room. And he was saying he had personal experiences in here. Well, this is right where I'm feeling that pressure around my ankle. There is a lot of background noise. I apologize for that. A lot of these windows are just boarded up. And we're right next to a busy street, so...
I'm getting some kind of cold breezes right around here.
Coming from which way? Your front or your...
Kind of blowing from the door where our cameras are set up.
Right in front of you?
Towards my right cheek. It's kind of blowing my right cheek and my nose. Like it's blowing from our camera room.
Well, that wouldn't make sense because we have the heater in there. So the heater would be blowing out hot air.
Was it you?
What's that?
Either sounded something weird.
What'd you hear?
I can't really. It sounded like it wasn't.
Was it like a voice or a vocal, or was it more of like a noise?
It more could have been a noise, more or less. That's what.
Like that? that it? Because I did kind of shift my foot, but
It sounded like cables or something shuffling across the ground or something like that.
well, this is the noise I made.
Kind of has some sense to that. I was half paying attention.
Let me switch spots with you and see if I can feel that. Yeah. That truck went by again, man, and I felt the whole floor shake. So I think we kind of debunked the floor shaking.
Well, and then there's also, even I'm sure between the buildings attached to it, the door slams.
Yeah, it could be too, yeah. I'm not feeling any breezes here, man. I'm not.
It was just kind of cold. Man.
I don't feel any kind of current or nothing coming in by me. It's pretty dead air. I'll show you real quick too, folks. We do have a command center set up here. Let me turn off my night vision. You can see our cameras here. Camera 2 is set up next to us in the room, and then the other 3 cameras are set up upstairs. Where supposedly there's some activity up there. So we do have all the areas in this mansion covered. You want to try going upstairs? You want to try going upstairs?
Let's go in this first room a little bit.
Oh, okay. The room right next or across from us?
Yes.
Sounds good. Anything in this window or in this mirror? Type of that felt weird around my ankle. Okay, I'm gonna go in. There's gaps all at the bottom of these boards.
Mm-hmm.
So earlier we did an EMF sweep, and this room was just filled with it. I mean, it was off the charts here. So we think the reason for that is, one, there's bad electrical maybe going through this building that's still on, and right outside these windows here, there's an intersection, so we think a lot of it's coming from the plaza, the intersection, traffic lights, lights outside, everything. So we think that's just being fed through here. This is where Gary supposedly has some experiences in here. Well, my name is Kurt. Let me start off by introducing myself. This is my cousin Justin. He's with me tonight. We drove a long way here to find more about the history of this building, if you're willing to share some of it with us, or just the property or the area. We came all the way from Buffalo, New York, to come spend the night with you. We're hoping that we're not intruding on anything here, and we're not disrespecting anybody here. It's certainly not our intentions. We don't want to upset anyone that's still here. We just really like the history of places, and we like to find out more about them. If you can make yourself known somehow, and maybe spend some time with us tonight and talk to us, we'd greatly appreciate it. Again, we're here out of respect for the building and the property and the people that are still here. The new owner, Gary, he's been wondering what's here. Why are things happening? Why certain experiences are happening, and why people are leaving here with so many stories. Can you tell us your name? Can you tell us who's here? We heard some stories about this place that there's a boy that supposedly died because his friend forced him to take too many pills. And then we heard another story that there was a suicide here, and that there's a little boy spirit that likes to hang out outside this room underneath the stairwell for some reason. And then there's also a female spirit here that hangs out around the top of the stairs. And then just from more recent stories, we heard that there's maybe a more negative type of energy here. People are seeing like a black mist. We'd like to communicate and talk to anyone that's here. If you're willing to come forward and talk to us, please. The little boy that's supposedly here, was that you that grabbed my ankle? Can you make a noise for us?
Yeah, me shuffling.
That was me, I hit the cable. Why would you hang out in this room underneath the stairs?
Me shuffling around.
Can you shut the door? Can you knock on the wall or something for us, please? Is that you?
Moving.
Kind of. It sounded like something on the wall.
I did not hear anything.
It sounded like it came from right in this area. I don't know if it's me or... That's me. You want to try this room over here by the stairs?
Sure.
Or do you want to keep staying here?
We can go home.
It's pretty creepy in here at night.
Mm-hmm. That was me foot.
Just with the old stairs and everything, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of light that comes in from these different areas. Hold on. Do you hear anyone? Did you hear anyone outside or anything?
No.
Okay. Right before you came in this room, I thought I heard like a very faint female moan. Like a oh or something.
Mm-hmm. I did some shuffling on the ground.
No, it sounded like out of the air.
I have not heard any noises. I just hear the camcorder running.
Yeah. Well, when I walked into this room, you were still out by the other staircase.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I didn't know on your way in if you heard anyone on the outside. Because I didn't either, but I just wanted kind of your verification on it.
I did not. I just heard my own moving.
Honestly, right now I feel like really lightheaded in this room.
It's just kind of hard to see without.
Flashlight. You drove an awful long way. You drove an awful long way to be here tonight. Gary gave us permission to be here. Do you know who Gary is? Him and his brother have owned this building for quite some time. Long, long time, actually. Are you upset that they're doing renovations and working on this building? Do you hear that?
Mm-mm. I just heard the shuffle.
I don't know. I thought I heard a kid's voice. Right after I said building, like as I was saying building and finishing the word building,
Mm-hmm.
I thought I heard a kid say like yeah or something, like a one word.
No. I'm getting warm though. My legs kind of.
Did I hear you? Did you try answering me? It was right out of my right ear. Like it was, I heard it right here. I just hope my voice didn't cover it up. Do you not like people coming in here and spending the night? You want people just to leave you alone? Did you leave these closet doors open?
Yes.
Okay. We have everything you need to get any messages across to us. And we're going to share anything that we have or caught here with the owner. So if you are upset and you don't want people coming in here, you got to let us know so we can tell them. I don't really feel much in this room.
Mm-mm.
Nothing like I was feeling in the other one. Oh, that voice was a little weird. Those two voices. I hope that camera caught it. Well, we're going to be here all night. Unless you can tell us otherwise. Is it true someone committed suicide here?
Can you ring that bell up there? The alarm?
Did you hear like two footsteps
Nope.
right before I creaked on this board?
That's all I heard was your creak.
I thought I heard two footsteps. Okay, I'm starting an EVP. Kurt and Justin, November 1st, 2014. 1897 Masonic Mansion, second floor. Room behind the, our base room.
Can you tell us your name, please?
You wanna head upstairs, maybe?
Yeah. Could do that.
I'm sure we'll be coming back to this room.
Let's go in
Okay.
here. Okay. Renovations going on. These,
What's that?
just renovations going on. Just stuff he has left here from taking apart.
That's right. He said this. Was this the kitchen?
It seems like, 'cause there's a bathroom there, there's gas stuff.
I wonder if that's what we're smelling as part of the gas line.
Okay, but I don't think it'd be leaking though.
No.
I think it's like the mildew and
That could be.
mold and stuff. Mold and stuff.
Okay, you got people fully convinced that there's spirits here, and there's energy that's trapped here that can't move on. I mean, is there any way you can convince us somehow? I mean, you could do something as little as just make a noise on the wall. Thought I heard something above us again. Thought I heard like a...
Okay.
Alright, you gotta be a little louder if that was you, please. There's a lot of traffic, a lot of background noise that you gotta talk over.
If you'd like for us to talk about your story, we would be more than glad to share it. But we have no harmful intentions. We're just here visiting.
You ready to go up?
Shuffling some cables around.
Going upstairs to the second floor. Or the third floor, I'm sorry.
Making some horrible footstep noises going up the stairs. That is my shadow and Kurt's shadow.
Yep, right behind you. What's that?
I don't know. Kinda looked like something was moving between our shadows. I don't know if that was your arm.
Yeah, this is my arm right here.
Right, no, it was kinda more towards your head.
Let's see. That's my left arm. Can't be my right arm because I'm on the inside of the door, or on the outside.
That's not showing there.
Was it like down below, like here?
Yeah, right around right there. But as you were standing like that.
Like this? Was it that?
It seemed to be lighter, but it could have been.
I mean, I didn't bend my leg like that, but
No, your leg was straight. It was as I was moving over. I am feeling cold breeze. I'm unsure where it's coming from. But drafty, nonetheless.
let's just sit here for a minute and see if it happens again. Is there anyone at the end of this hallway? Alright, I'm facing the other side of the room. Alright, I'm facing the other side of the room. Your camera's gonna get blinded by all the IR again.
Yep.
Let's see. This is the room that supposedly, I mean, it has all that high EMF in here. I mean, I kind of already figured that out. But, I mean, if there is something here, they would have everything to feel themselves off of. I mean, all that high EMF, they can easily charge themselves and,
Yep, the power lines are right there.
I mean, they can easily make themselves known if they really wanted to, so it's hard to tell. I mean, if these people are just hypersensitive to the high EMF that's up here, or if they're really experiencing the real thing.
Or if you're only showing certain people certain things.
It's so weird, like, I'm in that same area as I was before. I remember with K2.
Yep.
I don't feel dizzy at all or nothing. I don't have that same feeling that I did before. I was really lightheaded last time. I don't feel like that. If there's anyone up here, can you please let us know somehow? We really just want to talk to you, that's all. We have pieces of equipment here that allows you to show yourself and also so we can hear you.
Can you make our cameras out of focus?
I'm getting the name Jimmy for some reason. I'm casting a shadow right now, so you know.
Okay.
But right when I walked into this room, I mean, the environment changed. For some reason, I got the name Jimmy. I got something to do with, like, kind of like what we were talking about before when we were down at Wanda's shop, like corruption and that. I don't know if that has anything to do with this or something, but I got like that feeling like where you walk into like a situation, you just know it's not right.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's how I felt.
Just an unsettling uneasiness.
Yeah.
Was anything wronged?
I kind of feel like
My calves seem to be warming up every now and then. A little warm, slightly cold.
I feel like something went bad. Like there was a wrongful death or something, like almost to the point where I feel like somebody had to kill somebody to kind of like cover themselves up. Kind of like how somebody undercover would have to like kill somebody to remain undercover.
Mm-hmm. Keep some secrets hidden.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's kind of like how I'm feeling right now, but I can't get the name Jimmy out of my head. Jimmy, James, something. Is there anyone here with that name? That was me. Lots of background noise. Holy smokes. Lots of background noise. Holy smokes. It's just, I don't know. Right when I walked through that door, man, it's just, everything changed.
Do you feel uncomfortable? Getting cold chills.
I thought I heard someone right behind me. Like right here in this corner. Like, I thought I heard like a voice go like, no.
I heard people on the street, but that was on the far corner, very faint.
I'll have to review that and see. I didn't hear anyone talking or anything like that, so I don't know. You're drawn like to this room in here. I don't know if I feel like someone's in there or what. Jimmy, is that your name? Alright, now I got the name Anna. I got a little girl's name, Anna.
Feeling the warmth again.
I mean, these names cannot pertain to anything here, but I'm just saying it out loud so it's documented in case something does come up where these names match up to anything here.
I keep fluctuating between warm and cold, warm and cold. That's my shadow back there.
Is there anyone here named Anna? That was an outside voice I heard from the streets. Annie, Anna, anything like that? I don't know, man. Like I felt fine in all the rooms except this one. Right when we walked through that door, man, it's just. I just got that weird feeling. And again, I don't know if it's from the high EMF either.
Yeah, all the electrical pulses.
Yeah, I mean, I could just be sensitive to that. And but it's hard to tell if I am or not, without having signs from anyone if I'm right about any of these names here, like Anna or Jimmy. Did someone get murdered here? Gunshots, like... Did somebody get shot? There was a man's voice I heard, but I think that was outside. Did someone shoot you and just leave you here?
Cold chills on my left calf.
What about the Masons? Is there anyone here that has to do with the Masons when they own this building? I can take that back. Thanks. It should go off in a few seconds or so. But the only thing that will set that off is if there's like some sort of mass that goes through red flashlights. Nothing sets that off. Should go off. There we go. I mean, see, even like my shadow right now in the infrared, that's not even going to shut it off or turn it off or turn it on.
Can you please turn on that light for us?
Just for the record, I've never had one of these turn on. If you could turn that on, that'd be great. You'd be the first person to ever turn it on. All you gotta do is walk in front of it. That's all you gotta do. If you could do that for us, that'd be great. It'd show us that you're here. That'd be pretty much all the proof I would need.
Do you know our names or remember our names to tell us back to us?
Did you see something?
I had it like here.
Was it in the very back room?
No, it was more towards the door frame way.
What did you see?
It could have been mistaken for dust, but it moved slowly.
See, I thought I saw something like that little heat wave thing that she was describing to us, all the way in the very back.
Okay, yeah, see, I can't really see the row through this.
There's like a little square light frame above the toilet there that I was creating, and it like kind of like squiggled out up at the top left. I thought maybe that's what you were seeing. I didn't see what you saw though. Are you back there? It's okay, we're not here out of disrespect.
Do you even know or understand that we're here? Okay, it's recording now.
Okay. Good thing nothing popped up.
Mm-hmm.
Can you please show us that you're here? So we have proof and that this does work. I can feel the heat coming up. Oh, here, you can use my light. Ending EVP.